Scorpio, this is a reading for January 3rd through 9th. The 3rd is the very first, what am I saying? The 3rd is the first day of the next lunar cycle. There is a full moon or new moon on the 2nd. And just so you know, I've already pulled some cards for you, Scorpio, and let's get started. So for the center energy here, present energy, we have the Fool. This is a pretty awesome deck, by the way. I'll put the link in the description by a guy named R. Black, there it is. Apologies. He's an amazing artist. So anyway, center energy, we have the Fool, and it is crossed by the Four of Pentacles. And it feels like with all these cards here, Scorpio, is that you are starting something new and you're just going for it. Good for you. But there's, what's in your way is a little bit of an anchor, a sense of security. It's something that is hard to leave behind, or to, taking a leap means, trusting that you're doing the right thing. And a lot of times comfortability and security will get in the way of that. So it looks like it is getting in the way of that a little bit. In the past here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and you definitely planted some kind of seed and you put a lot of work into it. In this deck, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but it looks to me like this is ginseng. And ginseng takes like at least 2 years to become anything that's usable, the root. So it takes a really long time. So you planted some seeds and you put a lot of work into it. And it almost feels like that work that you put into that ginseng or whatever it was, right? The work that you put into it, the seeds that you planted, is the thing that you're like, oh, well, I put a lot of work into it. I don't want to just leap off of this cliff and try this new thing and then leave all this work behind that I did. It almost feels like this is what that Four of Pentacles is trying to say. Let's see here in the past, or what the reading is really about. So you've got a couple of cards here that are pretty dang similar in pretty dang similar placements as well. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to come back to those. What you think is going to happen is the Eight of Wands. What you think is going to happen is that you're going to take that leap and it's going to be fast and furious. Copyright infringement. What you think is that you're going to do that. You're going to take that leap. You're going to take that Fool's leap. And in the future here, we have the Three of Wands, which is you taking the next steps. So it all looks like you are going to take that leap. It looks like you're going for it. Like Four of Pentacles be damned. Ginseng be damned. But the ginseng is also a part of it, right? Whatever that ginseng is, whatever that seed is that you planted, whatever that thing is that you planted, you're taking a look at it now, and it is whatever you learned from the outcome of the seed that you planted is what's now propelling you forward into whatever this Fool's leap is. So what the reading is really about is the Hierophant. And it feels like in your reading here, Scorpio. So the Hierophant, it can go a few directions here. And it's a general reading, so it may apply to different groups of you guys. So the Hierophant could be that what this reading is really about is that you are progressing in your own, like you are this man and you are progressing into the next growth cycle. It could also be that in order to move forward, although it doesn't really seem this way, in order to move forward, you might need some kind of teacher. But to be honest, for most of you, it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like more like this is you. And what the reading is really about is that you're taking, and a lot of readings are going this way too. Just in the past few weeks, I've noticed. A lot of readings are just basically telling people that they're getting to these thresholds where they're making breakthroughs and getting to a new level, and then they have all this new stuff to deal with and to learn and to whatever, right? So it just feels like the reading is about that, really. It's more about some sort of spiritual next step. And what you can and can't do. First, we're going to go here. In the outside influences, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is like supportive influences, supportive energies, outside influences. And it just feels like this is very similar to another reading I did. It just feels like everything is supporting this. So whatever this is, you know, when everything is in alignment, we're obviously taking the right path for ourselves, right? And it feels like everything is in alignment for you, and the outside energies are doing some work for you as well, because you're going in the right direction. Outside influences, environments, people, what have you, spiritual helpers, they all seem to be doing some work for you because they're seeing that you're on the super right path. What you can and can't do. What you can't do is distract yourself with pleasure. What you can't do is distract yourself with random little celebrations and stuff like that. But what you can do is very similar to the Hierophant, the Hermit. You can go within to find those answers. You can do your practices, whatever those practices are for you. You can eliminate those thoughts and see clearly. But you have to go within. It's not something you can find outside of yourself. And then in the outcome position, we have another similar card. We have the High Priestess. And it just, especially after these first steps that you take with the Three of Wands in the near future, the High Priestess in the outcome, it says that, you know, it says all the same thing. That you are stepping it up in your growth, your probably spiritual growth for most of you. And whatever this Fool's Leap is taking you to the next step. And it is going to reveal a little bit more to you. You are going to get a little bit more clarity. The High Priestess, you know, there's a lot of hidden stuff here. But with all of these cards in your reading and with your reading in general, it feels like after this whole Fool's Jump thing, you'll get a little more clarity. And isn't that what we always want? We're like, God, I just want to see through that fog. It feels like you will a little bit, but there also will be more there will be a little bit more mystery with the clarity. It's like there's always more questions with answers that you get, right? So that's what it feels like to be Scorpio. So I'm going to pull a Calm the Chaos card for you as extra advice to get through these energies this week. Oh, that must be it. Vulnerability is not weakness, Scorpio. So many of us move through the world pretending that everything is okay. Repressing our fears and anxieties, afraid of seeming vulnerable or fallibility. It's very dark on this side of the card. I'm sure it's dark on my face as well. I'm dealing with lighting issues. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go back. Let's see. Repressing our fears and anxieties, afraid of seeming vulnerable or fallible. Afraid of seeming vulnerable or fallible. There it is. Apologies. Okay. But when we bottle up our difficult emotions, we have no place to go, causing inner turmoil and distress. Vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is a powerful act of self-care. When we're vulnerable, when we share our innermost truths with someone else, we open ourselves up to compassion and connection. Next time you're feeling overwhelmed, instead of trying to manage those emotions on your own, confide in a friend or loved one. Notice how the experience of sharing offers relief. Very interesting, considering your reading, but I'm sure it resonates for you guys. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Please like and subscribe. It is super helpful. I'm a brand new channel. If you would like a private reading, I will be doing those until the channel blows up. So please take advantage of those now. My information is in the description below, email and whatnot. So you can get a hold of me that way, and then we can schedule an appointment. Okay, Scorpio, have a great week.